Hello, this is Beaker Pal, a video games collector slash voice actor fan extraordinaire and all that. Welcome to yet another video game pickups video, as always, this time for July. And I'm doing this a little bit early, on the July 20th today. I normally do this like the next month or around the end of the month, but I've decided to do it now because the 6-week holiday break is coming and I tend to mostly stay inside and all that. So I don't really expect to get much stuff for the rest of July and pretty much for most of August. But yeah, if I do get anything, then we might show them off in the next pickups video whenever I do it. So we've got a couple of games today, not too many this time around, unlike the last couple of pickups video, but I'm still pretty happy with what I've got. Came from Skiggy, my second visit to Skegness Ingermells this year, as well as Doncaster. So we shall begin with the stuff that I got in Skegness, which is 3 Wii games and 1 DS1. And funnily enough, that's all I got in Skegness and Ingermells, because there wasn't much else in terms of the charity shops and the other stores and all of that. So we shall begin with Ghost Squad on the Wii. This is a game that I do already have, except the version I have was pretty damaged, as in the spine at both the case and the little cover itself is in pretty bad condition and ripped up and all that. But this is much better condition. No rips or anything, but maybe a little thing on there that you can't see because the camera won't focus. But otherwise, this is definitely in much better condition than the other copy I have, and is also complete with a manual, like my other copy as well. So yeah, I think I'll just get rid of my other copy and keep this one. Next one, this is a game that I do have on the PlayStation 3, but now I have got it on the Wii. This is Driver San Francisco, which I had no idea even came out on the Wii, because I'm only familiar with the main sort of console version. But this is definitely much more different than the other versions of the game, and apparently it has a DS support up there. Pretty unusual for a Wii game. Monopoly Streets, to go with the other Monopoly game I have on the PlayStation 3 as well. There is also a collection version of this where you can get both Monopoly and this on a single disc. And funnily enough, it's actually much cheaper to buy it that way at CX, at least as of now anyway. So yeah, I was actually planning on getting this on the PS3, but when I just saw the Wii version, I just went ahead and bought it. Oh, it's got adverts for Monopoly Revolution, Hasbro Family Game Night Volume 3, My Sims Sky Heroes, and Create in there. They do seem to be on a bit of a Monopoly craze recently. And then we have Random Game on DS Eggheads to go with the other quiz games that I've got. I mean, yeah, it's not particularly a great game. It's not the most memorable game, but it was pretty cheap to buy, as it should be. And then the other titles are all from Doncaster, and again, all from one single shop, the CEX that was there as well. So we have one DS game, one PSP, one Wii, one PS3, and one PlayStation 2. Now, I actually did buy another game there. It was actually Splashdown on the PlayStation 2, but I checked yesterday, and unfortunately the disc doesn't work. It just stays stuck on the loading screen and what have you. So even though I bought 6 titles, because that game didn't work, I'm basically down to actually 5. So we'll show you what those 5 are. So on the 3DS we have is Nintendogs and Cats, the French Bulldog version. I'm definitely familiar with the one on the original DS, but I've never played the 3DS one before, which I'm actually really interested to check out. It's got a cute inside of all sorts of different dogs and cats in it, although I have no clue if this is supposed to come with a manual or not. But knowing this is a early 3DS game, it probably did. So alas, I don't think it comes with a manual if it did. Buzz Quiz World on PSP. I think this mainly completes the Buzz PSP games, I think, anyway. Could be wrong, I think there might be one or two more. Although the case is a bit broken on the top. But another one to go with the Buzz collection. Another game I was going to consider getting on the PS3, but then again, I saw the Wii version and just picked it up anyway. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. To go with the other game that I have on the PS3, which is also a absolutely fantastic game. Might be one of my favourite racing games in general. So it'd be nice to go back and see what the first one was like. Might be just as good as that one. And last but not least, we have two Tony Hawk games to continue the collection. So we have Tony Hawk's Project 8 on PlayStation 3. I finally have the PS3 version of this now. I also have it on PS2. But as far as many people are concerned, this is the main version of the game. And on PlayStation 2, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. And this actually nearly completes the entire Tony Hawk PS2 collection. The only one I'm missing now is Underground 2, which I do have on the PSP. So I might potentially get the PS2 version one day just to complete the entire collection. And of course, get the PS3 version of this. Yeah, it's the later PS2 release on one of these extremely shite thin cases. And there you have it. That is 7 minutes of a couple of different games that I got recently in July. As I've said, I'm going on a bit of a break now in terms of buying stuff for a bit, but if I do get anything in August, well, you will see it in the next pickups video when I get round to doing it. So until then, we will see you next time. Goodbye.